Hey Feminine, let's go ahead, jump right into this reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are that Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Dun dun dun. Alright, let us see. What are the messages for feminine? What do they need to know? Dun dun dun. Let us see. For our feminines, Thank you, Spirit. Feminine, we have heart. You begin to feel your heartbeat faster when you are close. Ooh, I'm getting that someone enjoys having you close by. They like having you close to them, next to them. This is where they want you to stay. All right, stay with me, stay by my side. Embrace what destiny has in store for you, okay? Beautiful energy coming out here. Some of you may have really soft hair. Your person loves to touch your hair. Okay, it might be a sensory thing. They really love to touch your hair. It might smell really nice. All right, we have clarity. Take time to think about your situation to gain clarity. Okay, so something about the hands is significant here. Again, something about sensory, senses, something like that is coming up. Okay. Something about touch, hands, yeah. Something about your person. They might have a certain gift, something about their touch or their hands or something like that is what's coming up here. Ooh, in this energy. Let us see. All right, guys. This is the card that dropped. We have feelings, okay? Take time out to explore the deep emotions you are experiencing. This person has feelings for you that never go away. Again, stay with me, stay by my side. They see a future with you. They've been enlightened to some sort of truth about this connection. This person may know a lot more than you think they know, or they might be a lot more. There's something here about a spiritual gift that this person has that maybe you don't know they have, or something like that. But this person knows that the two of you have some sort of special connection, okay? It says, honor your loved one and you will notice your relationship becoming stronger. So I'm getting something here about, again, reaching out or extending. Something about hands, touch, reaching out, extending. All of these things is what I'm getting right now. All of it could be applicable, some of it or none of it, okay? Take it as it resonates with you, but that's what I got. All right, this person wants to honor the connection that the two of you have. They know it's something special. They want you to stay by their side. They want you in their life. Look, pre-shuffle, Ace of Cups, okay? Let us see. I feel like something's becoming a lot more difficult to hide, or something's becoming a lot more difficult to bear, to face, because now they have me touching my face. And I said something about the hands. All right, so let's see. All right, what does feminine need to know here about this connection, this energy? What does feminine need to know? We have the Two of Swords. Death card. And it wanted to flip itself in reverse. Top that off. Okay, for some of you, not all of you, person could have thought they lost you or could be thinking that right now. Look at the cards are just jumping out, by the way. Okay, apology, reconciliation. Mm. Mm. Okay, this person has a lot to say, beloved. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Can we just talk? We need to talk to fix this. That's the energy that's here. Can we just talk? We need to talk to fix this. There's a conversation that needs to take place in order for us to fix this. I need to fix this. I need to apologize. I need to make this right. Some of you may get a lot of attention, or you may be in the public eye, may be a public figure, something like that. You get a lot of recognition for your work, something. So you interact with a lot of people. You still show up. You're still present. But in some way, you're standoffish from them. Okay? This is how they're feeling. Oh, what's underneath there? We have admire and bond. All right? This is a bond that just won't be broken. No way, no how. Okay? We have this energy here where she's like, you see how she's like poking her chest out? Okay? Again, she's present, but is she really? Because she's looking up, 444 on the timestamp, not really looking at them. And again, this person is reaching out, but it's like she's looking up, and they're always connected. You see how it's like the way that they did the picture, the way they want to present the image is like as if his hand is able to reach through her. You know, like twins are able to see through each other. They're connected in that way, you know, never ever apart, never separate, for real, right? So it's like you feel them, but you're still not acknowledging it. Okay? And then we didn't even look at what was the underlining of the tarot yet. I just got a peek because of the way, the angle that the cards were on. And look what's here. The Nine of Wands. You cannot make this up. This is a boundary, you know? And it might be like an invisible boundary or an invisible barrier. That's the word. Because a boundary, nothing's wrong with that, right? Please have your boundaries, right? But you know, twins be like, boundary? What boundary? Because twins, listen. With your twins, sometimes you be like, what boundary? But that's how things can get a little toxic. Okay, so you got to keep those boundaries firm. 555 on a timestamp. All right. And I feel like, you know, it's a barrier where you're not letting this person cross. You're not letting them get through. And so they really feel like they may have lost you or like they're losing you. Okay? Even though their spiritual feelings, their spiritual nudges, their spiritual gifts have put them on to the fact that there's something special here that is meant to be long term. Okay? Like it's something here that's a part of destiny. Like what's going to happen, what's meant to happen for me, what was predetermined before I even came here, was thought of. When God made me, God already knew this was going down type energy, right? But if I were to look at the situation at present and what's going on with us right now, Two of Swords, I wouldn't think that's what I'm going to get from it. I wouldn't think 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands. If 5 of Swords, 7 of Cups, 3 of Swords is where I'm at with it. Because 3 of Swords is like, I'm grieving. You know, this is the energy of sorrow. Okay? I'm going through it. And to be in the energy of grief is to, again, be saying, I'm trying to make peace with what I've lost. And I'm struggling. Okay? So that's what's going on. It's like the more that this person thinks about it, the more they feel like this is not going to sit well with me. Because it's not sitting well with me already. I don't feel good about this. Okay? This does not feel good. And shout out to this masculine for being vulnerable with these feelings, you know? Now, if they haven't been vulnerable with you as of yet, you like, well, they ain't tell me, so whatever. Who cares? Whoop-de-doo. It's not the thing now. Whoop-de-doo. Listen, it's so funny to me that while I'm channeling, you know, and then I come back into my physical body, right? I'm like, whoop-de-doo, wasn't that like the thing? Like it clicks in my physical brain. I'm like, duh, that's what's happening right now, right? It's so funny how that works. That is like the thing right now. That's what's in the whoop-de-doo, right? That is hilarious. It's nothing new under the sun. Whoop-de-doo is not new. People been saying it for years. It's just something that's coming back, right? But yeah, it's like whoop-de-doo. They're not telling me blue. You know, it's coming out in the reading. You're getting it from their higher self. That's great. But they haven't said it to me yet. Okay? Nevertheless, yet. Empowered mindset. Okay? We're not going to have a fixed mindset and be negative and say, well, this is my twin. It didn't work the way I wanted it to. That means it's never going to work out. We're not going to just assume that. Especially if you're someone that's still interested, that's still open to it, still watching readings, still getting readings, things like that. Still, you know, journaling and doing your sacred work. If you're doing what you need to do, you know, as far as your journey goes, then you're still clearly interested, right? So let us see. Dun, dun, dun. Person is going through it here, my love. They want this reunion. There could be some daydreaming, some fantasizing going on here. 7 of Cups, 3 of Cups. Okay, 9 of Swords. Sheesh. Okay. Have you ever heard of or saw, should I say seen, stress hair? Have you ever seen stress hair? You know what it looks like? Okay. Okay, so I feel like somebody has stress hair right now. Like, they're stressed. That's what it is. They're going through heartache and pain, so they're suffering, you know? It's not like my heart is hurting. This feels so good. Like, come on now, you know? My heart is hurting. I'm glowing. No. Okay? And so their heart, yeah, there you go. Thank you, Spirit. Their heart may be hurting a lot more too because they see that you're still showing up and you're still this and that and radiant and all this other stuff. Again, if you're in the public eye or something like that, it's like you have to. You know? You're adulting. You gotta show up. Regardless of what your feelings are, you have to show up. Like, you have responsibilities and things to take care of. You have to live and support your livelihood. So you got to show up. And you have to leave feelings and all that other stuff at the door. Okay? So, whatever door, you know? So this person may not think that you feel what they feel. Then again, that would be absolutely wild, right? To really assume that you're going through it and your twin don't feel anything at all. That would be wild to think. But you just never know, right? Because it's this person, you know, sees you still showing up. But you have to in the 6 of Wands energy. Right? Like traditionally in tarot, the 6 of Wands is after you've gone through battle and done all of that stuff on your journey and you overcome those challenges, you come back to town, you know, victorious, and you're like having a celebration. Everybody is celebrating you for overcoming whatever it is that you went through. Okay, whatever it is that you had to experience, for getting through the battle, for, you know, being victorious in that, right? Everybody's celebrating you. So, I mean, they're expecting you to show up. Hello? Right? But it's not a, oh, I don't care, so I'm able to, you know, pop out because I don't care. No, it's not like that. Okay? So, yeah. That's what I'm saying, you know. Ain't nothing cute about pretending you don't care when you really do. Nothing's cute about that. Like, it's not helping nobody, okay? And I feel like sometimes people try to be tough and act like everything's okay because, you know, They don't want to seem weak. But vulnerability is not a weakness. It's a strength. Okay? You just have to know that not everybody deserves certain access to your vulnerability or certain access to you when you are vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a vulnerable state and things like that. Okay? Which could be what's bothering this person. Now I think about it, right? Because you could be in a very vulnerable state and you're not letting them in. And that was up too. Because it's like, well, why not? Why aren't you letting me in? Why aren't you telling me how much you love me and how much this or that hurts you? You know, why aren't you, you know, being intimate? Because that's what it is. That's intimacy. That's, you know, raw as it gets. You know, stripping away all layers. This is how I feel, you know. And again, giving someone that power over you, but trusting them not to abuse it. You know, some of you may have given so much to love and romantic situations, or just giving so much of yourself, or allow people to have access to your vulnerability when you shouldn't have, that you just don't feel you have it to give. You don't feel you have it to give. It's not about them and why you don't want to be intimate. It's not about that. It's about you just don't have it to give. Like, if you have this much left for yourself, are you going to give that away? Right. So it's like a yeah, it's like you gotta heal something, or you gotta work through something, or something, but you still showing up because you have to. Yeah, see, the Star card is all about healing and faith and all that other stuff, and everybody deals with things differently. So, but let us see, beloved. That's what I'm getting. All right, a lot was said. A lot was said. All right. Two of Swords. Yeah, Ten of Swords. Because what it looked like is like it's over. That's what it looked like. Okay, and it's a shock to them, Four of Pentacles, that you're holding back this way. It's a shock. Okay. And again, for some of you, person is definitely reaching out. Okay, and I feel like you may or may not. I feel like you appreciate it. All right, I do. I feel like you appreciate it. Yeah, look at this. Look at all this stuff. Come on, guys. How could you not? I feel like you love them. They love you. I mean, look at all of this. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 beautiful cards back to back to back to back to back. Yeah. Okay. 11, really. Okay. And it's a lot of cards in this deck. We could have got any card. Why those? Why those ones? Okay. Why that number? Why 11? All right. Love conquers all. Embrace your loving connection and rejoice. You need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. A love bond grows stronger over time. All right, so I feel like that's what it is, you know. If some of you have dealt with abandonment or betrayal or disappointment to a dangerous extent or capacity, it's like, that's what I mean by you just don't know if you have it to give in that way, you know. But this person doesn't seem like they're going anywhere. They seem like they may be the one that's different. It's time to think of everything that you admire in your partner. Okay. So what do you admire in your partner? Is that it? Is it that they always show up? Is it that they continue to be present even though the two of you are going through what you're going through? Is that what you admire? All right, let us see. Death and rebirth. Yep. 8 of Cups. See, it's abandonment, rejection, something along those lines. Okay, I just heard it's not a soul tie that I asked for, you know. Wow. So that's how some of you started to feel. And then the alarm confirms it. Yep. That's how some of you started to feel. All right. You started to feel like this is not a soul tie that I asked for. It's just what I have. It's what I'm a part of. It's what happened, or something along those lines. And then, I don't know. I'm not sure why one would feel that. The only thing I could think of, right, that would have a person feeling like that is if the connection was not being tended to. That's the only thing I could think of that would make a person feel that way. Yep. Five of Pentacles is blocking something out, rejecting something. So any event that this person made you feel like this, you see how it's like I DK my BFF Jill. But I'll tell you this. A person that dealt with abandonment, rejection, neglect, or any of that stuff, that had to like rebuild themselves and then gets to a certain place, is not about to just allow that to happen to them again. You're not going to take yourself back to a place that you already had to heal from. That ain't it. It's not healthy to do so. I wouldn't advise it. Okay? So that is like a defense mechanism or a way of protecting yourself. You know, like you just want to keep yourself happy. You want to stay in high spirits. So it's not like you're doing this with the intention of hurting them. But if something was hurting you and was having you feeling a certain way, leaving you with a certain emotion, well, okay. So, very interesting. Okay, Five of Swords. Seven of Wands. They coming in, they're going to stand up and fight for this connection, beloved. They said they will not be losing you. Y'all will not be throwing this away. That is not it. We got Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands here. King of Cups, they love you. And yes, this person does have spiritual gifts. And no, they may not have told you that. But yes, you may have figured it out. Because a lot of you have spiritual gifts. Okay? But overall, I just feel this person has a lot of deep emotions for you. Okay? Double emphasis on that. Spirit said, yeah, remember the card? I look. They have deep emotions for you. They like to sit in them. They like to sit in them. It feels good to them. This person might, they may enjoy water. They're always by the water. They may live near water. Something about the water. Okay, I was thinking it earlier here, and then it's being emphasized here. All right, so something about the water is here. We have the Knight of Wands. The Page of Wands. So they're coming towards you quick here. They want to bring this to your awareness. Okay, we have the Four of Cups here. This is a message coming towards you. This person has been very discontent without you. Wants to reconcile already. You know, I'm hearing something like when pigs fly or something. Well, shoot, I guess pigs about to start flying. This person is believing with everything in them that, you know, they can fix this. They can save this. It's like, let's have this conversation. Let's fix this. Let's work this on out. You know, they feel like security is important to you. They want to provide you with what it is you need to feel at ease in the connection. Okay, they don't ever want you to doubt them or the love that the two of you have for one another. Okay, they never want you to doubt that. We have the Devil. Yeah, see, that's that fear and doubt. What is this? The Fool card. Fear could cause some of you to detach. 22 on the timestamp. Rebuilding yourself, or again, see, it's something about your healing, or you know, you were afraid that you would have to start all over, or the Emperor, the Nine of Swords. You were afraid that you would have to start all over, or you were afraid that you might be afraid of this new beginning. That's what it is. You're afraid of this new beginning. But the new beginning leads to Ten of Cups. This Emperor is all in their head, suffering in silence. Yeah, see, 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords. They don't know what's going on with you. I mean, they're very intuitive, very spiritually connected. They know what's going on with you, but it's like, they don't know what's going on with you. Like, they know you feel all of this too, so they're trying to figure out why you're pushing it off. Fear, though. Fear and faith don't go in the same sentence. Okay, so you gotta do something about that fear, boo. Maybe you haven't realized that it's fear. We have the Ace of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. You're beautiful, confident, independent, self-sufficient. You get things done. You don't sit around with your hand out, you know. You're not sitting around begging and doing all this other scheming and plotting and all this other stuff. You're just making things happen. All right. They appreciate the way that your mind works. They wish that you wouldn't be so cold right now towards them, but they understand why you pull back. And again, it's because security is really important to you. So they want to provide you with what it is that you need in order to feel safe in the connection. Okay. But first things first, let's talk about it. Okay. Like, you should be able to be vulnerable enough with me, open enough, real enough with me to say this is what you need. This is what you want. All right. 8 of Swords, the 8 of Wands. Like, that's all they're thinking about, talking to you. That's all they're thinking about. This Emperor is just in their mind, 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords. Remember that. All they're thinking about is 8 of Wands talking to Empress. All right. Yeah, they know that you think in some way that they were being deceptive or that they were doing something to hurt you, and it's just not true. And they just want you to see the truth, see the light. Okay. Again, it's fear. It's something here about this devil energy. All right. But when I tell you this energy likes to try to come in between the twins coming together, for some of you, this could be a karmic too. Always keep that in mind. Someone could be deceptive here in some way, shape, form, or fashion. We might have to do a part 2 because, you know, gotta look and see what's going on with that. Right, gotta switch batteries. Okay. So yeah, we'll do a part 2. I'm gonna do it over on the Patreon. Yeah, I'm gonna do it on Patreon. Okay, go ahead over there right now for a part 2. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Peace and hair grease.